96 pounds Zepbound weight loss, and I'm here with Mr. Freddie, my co-host. We're gonna do a get ready with me while I talk about what worked well for me for losing a pound this week, 2 pounds last week, and over the last 3 weeks losing 3 pounds, and why breaking past my weight stall has been victorious, dun, 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 victorious, dun, 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 dun. All the stuff I'm gonna be talking about will be linked in the description link below. Just click that ... more button and you can see the rest of them. I'm gonna go through, and I did not mean to do that step yet, and start off with some of my Obagi wipes on here, cleansing wipes, because I got some excess makeup still on there. So this week I have not felt well. I have not felt, if you DM'd me on Instagram, I was like, I don't feel well. So I think that's part of my weight loss, is I literally just was not hungry because of not feeling well. I don't know what it was. I just felt so run down. In fact, I had scheduled a Pilates class, which you pay like $30 per Pilates class, where I go, and I just didn't go. I was a no-show, and that's not like me. I normally would fully go. And so I wasn't feeling well. I was not feeling well too. So I think that was part of my weight loss. But the cool part about that is I really listened to my body. My body was like, no, ma'am, Pam, you are not going to go work out. You're not going to go walking all around. He's been mad at me because it has been raining because of the hurricane stuff. And finally now it's sunny outside and I can't take him for a walk. So my exercise has been way jacked. I don't like that part of this of like, I don't like feeling like my exercise routine is messed up. And so that's been part of this too, of like mentally, like mindset, exercise. I really realized this week, I was like, oh wow, exercise really does help me mentally with my anxiety, walking. And we had the 10K challenge in my free encouragement group for working out. Today I'm gonna pick a winner actually, on the date that I'm filming this. So that's gonna be exciting. Someone's gonna win a $25 gift card in my free encouragement group. And I'm like super stoked about that. I cannot wait. And we're gonna do another one next week, I think. Hopefully for group members, that was very motivational for me, like very motivational, to get my body movement on. Next, I'm gonna use my SPF. Again, all of these things will be linked in the description link below. So having that body movement challenge, I had to stop because I just was not feeling well. I did not hit 10K one of the days. One of the days though, I literally did high knees before bedtime because my Oura Ring's like, you're not there yet. So it was high, and I know other people had said that they did the same thing too, which I found was hysterical. I'm like, that is really, really funny. Like we're all like high kneesing it to try to hit our 10K goal. So number one, not feeling well. Number two, which that is not encouraging for you, like get the flu. So no, that's not encouraging. But what is encouraging is focusing in on how your body feels. For me, that has been huge. I'm like, well, pat myself on the back for knowing how my body feels. And my body's like, no, you cannot do this. You cannot push anymore. I knew if I had pushed, it was one of those points of where I knew I had pushed, I would, that would not be helpful for me. I meant to try, by the way, this is the Go Pure Tinted Moisturizer. I bought it and it's tinted. I'm super curious. I'm super, super curious about this tinted moisturizer. I've used it before, but I wanna see if my coloring, if that matches. Because I'm out in the sun so much walking, I'm like really becoming diligent about, oh, I do like that. I do like Go Pure. I do like that actually. I've become compulsive about my sunscreen wearing. Next, I'm gonna knock out some of the redness on my face. This is a great product. So next tips is I had ended up getting the Territory Foods. They have meal delivery. And that's been really helpful for us this week because I've not wanted to cook. And so having Territory Foods delivered, you can pick different meal options. And I just picked vegetables with meat. It's the low carb edition or whatever. It has been so helpful for me and for my family too. I've used the leftovers also for my kid for his school lunches. Mr. Freddie's even gotten some extra chicky. He's been very excited about that. So having to not necessarily, it already has calculated my macros. And that's one of my big things that I have been doing over the last several months that have made, I think, a big difference in my weight loss journey is tracking my food. That used to trigger the diggins out of me. Like literally, you want to talk about massive trigger, it was tracking my food. And so heavily working with a therapist on that so it doesn't trigger me now. that I can just track and I don't have a visceral emotional reaction to it. I'm like, okay, it's just data. As opposed to before, it would be like, not just data. So tracking to help me heal my relationship with food has been very, very beneficial. I'm gonna use the new Lady Gaga foundation. That has been very beneficial for me to see. I do this every time. Like what are we doing here with our life? Like, why am I goopy? This is turning into a mess. Don't follow me. I'm not a beauty influencer. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. It's all over my face. So going back over, so not getting triggered from tracking my food has been very, very beneficial because it's helping to heal my relationship with food by knowing accurate portions. What is an actual portion for something? For example, like a pound of watermelon is only 150 calories. That is amazing. When on days like day 5, 6, and 7, when I want volume, day 1 to like 24 hours. So it's really like the tail end of day 1, but day 1, 2, and then going into 3, I don't have as much appetite. So it's not about volume. So the strategy has shifted with that to really stack up. I mean, obviously I want to have vegetables and fruits and things like that and have high nutrients on those days on day 1, 2, and 3, but protein, collagen, things like that have been super, super focused for me because I'm building muscle with lifting typically. I mean, like I said this week, I was not on my A game with that. I was just worn down and tired. And my body's like, stop, you need a break. Stop, collaborate, and listen. I'm gonna bring you back to your bed for a brand new edition. Do you guys like, by the way, my new fall duvet? I'll link that down below. I'm doing a little fall decoration around our house. We need a little fall decor here. So that was my next tip, was tracking, which you've heard that before. This is not, someone was like, these are not revolutionary tips. I'm like, they're revolutionary tips for me. Maybe I'm just a ding dong slow turtle. Like for me, these are revolutionary tips because I've never done them before, like decades and decades and decades. And that's my next point, is breaking the decades worth of mindset for me has been so challenging. But the point that I'm trying to make is my body is not what my brain thinks it is. And I'm having a hard time balancing that out. It seems I'm having a hard time with it. I like me being a size large, like how I just said that does not how I don't feel like I'm a size large. I feel like, in some ways I feel way bigger, and in other ways I feel way smaller. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, if I'm making any sense at all, but I'm using the Laura Geller. In some ways my body's smaller than it is. And in some aspects, I'm like, why am I not smaller than what I am? Does anybody else have that? It's this weird body changes that I'm going through right now that I'm like, I hope my brain catches up to where my body actually looks to be realistic and accurate. Because when I look in the mirror, I'm like, dang, she's skinny. But then I'm also like, why am I not skinnier? For where, like, it's this weird, does anybody else know, does anybody else have this, or is it just me? It's weird for me. It's really weird for me. And I'm working through this because it's a dysmorphia of thinking it's not accurate. And I want to be accurate, like how I always talk about being factually accurate and things like that. That's really important to me. That bothers me that I'm wearing the large shirt. I'm like, it was so weird. And in fact, the one that I bought from Old Navy, it may just be the shirt, was too big. I'm like, there's no way I'm a medium. Like on top, my bottom, I've always been like a hourglass shape, so my bottom is naturally just larger. But on the top, I'm like, there's no way I could be a medium. Like it's this weird phenomenon. She said phenomenon. It's this weird thing. I truly, when people talk about body dysmorphia, I was like, yeah. But now I'm like, no, like my brain is not accurately seeing what's real. And so I'm really trying to work on that. Like, I actually had a thought earlier today, and I thought, I was like, what? I was like, I've gotten too skinny, which I haven't. I'm not, my BMI is not where it needs to be. My weight, like everything's not where it should be yet. It will be, not yet though. And so I'm like, I wonder where that thought's coming from. Like, why am I pushing against that? And I'm like, you know what? That's just not the truth. I'm going to keep trucking along. I'm going to keep eating my nutritious foods, and I'm going to keep staying health focused on my health. This is now moving more, not about the weight really. And it hasn't been for a bit, but that's part of it. But the bigger reason is health. I'm getting older. I'm 43 years old. Like, am I 43? How old am I? Yeah, I'm 43 years old. I want to be around for my grandchildren and be able to lift them in 20 years or whenever my kid had, like 30 years or whatever. I want to be an active grandma. Many of you are grandparents and you guys talk to me about it. And I'm like, I want to be active like you guys are. I want to be there. I want to be physically present. I want to be physically present for my kid. I want to be I don't want to be a burden for my husband. Thought about that a lot recently. We've had some family health challenges and I don't want to be a burden for my kid. I don't want to be reliant upon anybody to care for me. I want to be able to care for myself and be super independent in that regard of like, as long as I possibly can. And obviously there comes a point of where that's not possible, like just old age kicks in and things like that. But it is a big motivation for me for lifting to stay strong. I'm like, I'm lifting now because I do want to look cute. But also more importantly, it's for the health benefits of I want to be able to lift my suitcase into the overhead bin without having to ask somebody to help me, which they won't. Flight attendants aren't technically supposed to help you do that. I want to do these things independently. I want to be able to take my own bag places, just things like that. Be able to walk when we go to Disney. I want to be able to walk without having, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette too, by the way. I want to be able to move around really easily without any sort of complications. That actually terrifies me of having to be reliant upon somebody for my health. I don't want that. That feels like HE double hockey sticks. No, I don't want that at all. I really don't want that at all. Like that's one of the reasons why, like today, I'm really excited. I'm gonna walk 3 miles. I don't feel super well to go lift yet, but I feel like I can walk. And so therefore I'm gonna go do it. He's gonna be very excited. That's why I love having an animal. They may hold you accountable. Next, today I need to go place an order in off that topic for fruits and vegetables. I'm gonna do a Costco Instacart. I've really been loving Instacart. I'm not sponsored by Instacart. I've been loving Instacart because I don't buy superfluous excess stuff. Yes, I'm paying for the delivery. Costco has, by the way, discounted gift cards for DoorDash as of right now, today's filming, which is in October 2024. DoorDash, Uber Eats, there's a bunch of them. They're like 20% off. So when you calculate the fees and then also the tip, it doesn't even itself out, of course, but still it helps. So that has been amazing. I've been getting those because for delivery, A, I don't have time, but B, I won't buy superfluous excess stuff that I don't need. I won't buy excess stuff that I don't need. And so that's been super, I need to do something with that hair, honey. She looks like straw. I got this new serum. I'm going to put that on. Main focus also for this upcoming week is collagen. I'm really focusing in on, of course, my protein, but also with collagen for my hair. I am back to being concerned about my hair falling out. And I was talking to my husband. He's like, you're not losing crazy amounts where your hair's going to fall out like I was near the beginning of where I was dropping like over 10 pounds in a week. And like, that's where hair, like it's hair trauma or it's trauma. It's called quote trauma, but it's weight loss. It happens with anything, not just GLP-1 medication loss. And so with this, my husband's like, you're losing like 1 pound to 2 pounds per week and sometimes less than that. And he's like, I wouldn't forget about it. But I am making sure I'm having my collagen, more so the collagen for my joints. Particularly with lifting, I really want to protect my joints. Now, the other cool part about that is my daily vitamin I take. It's called Gem Bites. They have in it prebiotics, probiotics, but also it's a focus for hair and nails too. So I feel like in some regards I'm covered on that standpoint, but I have been taking the Clean Simple Eats collagen and I mix it into my unsweet iced tea and it makes it kind of like a sweet tea. It's been really good. And then also, of course, like I love, and now that it's getting into colder season, the savory from Bioptimizers. Their Bioptimizers, it's called Mushroom Breakthrough. It doesn't taste like mushrooms at all though, like not at all, but it helps with brain functions. But more importantly, for me, it has collagen in it. It's the Mushroom Breakthrough that has collagen in it, bovine collagen, marine collagen, and then it has 3 grams of protein. So it's 2 scoops, 50 calories, 3 grams of protein. It's a great, like, I call it a snack, but it's really not. It's just like a fun drink for me. And I've been loving that. And then also that's been helping with, in between lunch to dinner, of not having a huge snack. I had found that for myself to be, and then I was like, well, maybe I'm just not eating. I was eating a lot at that snack time of like, I was just not eating enough at lunch. And so I've been playing with more, having a window of eating time and in that window, having more mini meals and just seeing how that feels. I was so against that because of intermittent fasting, and I'm now finding, okay, well, maybe I have a window of that I'm eating. I'm just eating more mini meals in there. Excuse me, and seeing how that feels. Am I overeating with that? Am I eating normal portions? Like, how am I feeling with the body intuition of that? Excuse me, having this cold type thing where I'm congested. It feels weird. I think it's just allergies. I forgot to put my neck cream on, and that's going to drive me crazy. I'm using the QRX neck cream. Love it. They do have unscented if you don't like the lemon verbena smell. Which, by the way, I don't know when this is going to be aired, but Tuesday, October 8th and Wednesday, October 9th, 2024, I will be having here the Prime Day deals released. I will be getting up at like 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be releasing them here at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 1 a.m. West Coast time for Prime Day deals on Tuesday, October 8th. You will hear it here first. I will have all the deals. I've been working on this for over a month now. It's going to be amazing. I will be doing most of my holiday shopping on Prime Day. So get your shop on. Do a little bit of setting spray. I got the new Infallible by L'Oreal 3-second setting spray. I like it. And my husband and I have been doing, I'm using the IGK. It's called Cash In. I just bought it. I really actually like this quite a bit. It helps with hair breakage. And so the bottom of my hair, I don't want to cut it. And so, but I have a lot of broken ends. And so it just helps make the broken ends look not quite so broken. And it smells really good. Anyways, the focus for this week. So let's talk about intentions for this week. What do you think, Mr. Freddie? What are our intentions for this week? Our intentions for this week for me are to stick with my macros, making sure I'm hitting my protein on, for sure, day 4, 5, 6, 7. And on the days that I'm not being protein focused. What is he? Oh, he's giving it to you guys. He's giving you guys the goods. He's giving, look at that sweet baby. That's a sweet baby. I got so distracted about my cute dog. He's so cute. Okay, so the intentions for today, working out, or this week, working out, eating protein. My protein coffees have been huge. I've been mixing in protein pudding. It's a recipe. I've talked about it before with my Bioptimizers protein breakthrough. By the way, all of these things I have discount codes for. If you're not using my discount codes, knock, knock, who's there? What are you doing? Use my discount codes. I've negotiated them for you. Use those discount codes. Those are not on Amazon, by the way. I do have like Amazon deal stuff, but like for supplements and things like that, use the discount codes that the companies have given me to give to you guys. Like, I've negotiated that for you guys. Focusing in on protein, my protein coffees have been very beneficial. They are cold, so as we get into colder season, I'll be shifting into more hot drinks. And really, really working, I think the main thing I'm working on this week is the mindset of like, okay, I'm now a size large top. Not getting too accustomed to that because I'd like to really get to a medium top if I can, but also that thought just blows my mind. I'm trying not even to think about that because he just keeps moving away. I'm trying not to even think about that too much because my brain can't handle it. I've been obese for so long to be like, oh, I'm not that size anymore. It's very, if you know, you know, and if you don't, then you don't. But for me, there's an accounting that's going on right now that I feel very weird about. I'm like, oh my goodness. It just feels weird in a good way. I'll get through it. I know I will, and I know you guys will too. And if anybody has any experience, strength, and hope or books that you recommend for this, please tell me. I would love to listen to some audiobooks more about like getting my brain to get caught up. And I'm really good, like with my business stuff, I can do visualizations and meditations and things like that. And I don't know, this is one of those weird things that I know I don't need to hold on to me not understand. Like, it's important, but it's not important, if that makes any sense. So what's important is that I just continue to focus on my health journey. I'm not to my 100-pound weight loss, but y'all, 96 pounds. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, it's not really about the weight at this point anymore. I really want to hit the goal of it. That to me is exciting, but also more importantly, the non-scale victories, riding a roller coaster. I have a huge surprise. I'm not going to say it until later, but in relation to roller coasters, I'll talk about it later though. I just can't spill the beans yet. But roller coasters, horseback riding, wearing a skirt, like things like those I have not done in decades. And so to be able to do them this year, like it's been one of the best years of my life. And that's a gift. That's a gift. So I love you guys so super much. I was looking at your comments too, by the way, from this week, and literally was crying like every single day. My husband's like, are you crying again? And I'm like, Avi, I read your comments and I'm like, these are my people. Like, you guys understand, you get it. And a lot of people I have felt for so long like I was a complete whack job, and like, you guys get it. Reading your comments, we have very similar with chronic obesity and morbid obesity and obesity management. Like, there's a common threads in that, of that the pain may be slightly different but also very similar, and healing that, how cool that is. It's cool. It's really, really cool. I forgot to put on my loose skin cream. One of the things is my loose skin has gotten crazy. The more I continue to lose weight, it looks like a big dough ball in my stomach and on my thighs. Very saggy skin, very much elephant. It's giving elephant vibes, like elephant skin, and that's also okay. It really doesn't bother me that much. I like putting on my creams. They do help a little bit. They're not gonna change. I need to go to a plastic surgeon. I've been working with a woman called the Beauty Broker. She is expensive and she is booked really far out, but she helps to find reputable plastic surgeons. So I'm gonna be working with her. I was supposed to have an appointment and I have to go to New York City to go do it. I was talking with a brand recently and they were in New York City and I was like, New York City! Do you guys remember that Paste Picante commercial back in the 90s? Throwing it way back, throwing it back. The people that I was talking to probably weren't even born at that point. I'm like, you probably were not even like alive. Anyways, they were young chippies and it was fabulous. But the loose skin part is very much a part of this, and that doesn't bother me. I think what bothers me more is that like my brain is not caught up that I'm a size large top. Like, what? This is not a size large top too, by the way. This one is still extra large, but it cuts perfectly at my waist. I'm like, she's giving waist vibes. So okay, I'm gonna go get this day started. Our accountability question, what are you doing today to move you closer to your goals? Number 2, your emoji of the day is going to be a brush. A brush. And if you're like, what is an emoji of the day? An emoji of the day helps me to get to know you better because I care. Me seeing your name over and over and over, the pattern recognition, because there's so many of you, there's one of me, it's one way that I use to help to get to know people. Truly, you guys are like my friends. Even though we've never met, which is kind of weird, but true. It will help me to get to know you better, but also I will pray over you. If you don't believe in prayer, I'll uplift you in positive thought. All are welcome here, a very inclusive space. So I love you guys so super much. Mr. Fredzel, he sends his regards too. He sends his love. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. Love you guys.